So I deleted the footage. I did exactly what I did on 3-day for 5-day. I watched myself do it too. And I can't even tell you. I don't know. I was trying to clear. I don't have no storage in my phone. But if I'm going to recap and say the themes for 5-day, I'm not going to go back. I can't recreate what I deleted. A big theme was seeing what's on the other side of fear. And sometimes a fear can be not facing the fear, or knowing when to say no, or not taking on an opportunity because it's just not time yet, or no, we don't, like, I don't have to. Yesterday I was hell-bent on seeing what's on the other side of fear. And I kind of only wanted to face that fear for the sake of facing the fear, and not necessarily being presented with something and then facing the fear. I didn't want to go into it just to say I faced the fear. Another theme was easing up on myself. I caught myself putting down myself in a way I didn't realize I was putting down myself until I went to go watch footage from the previous day. And then I just shifted. I was like, okay, well, I caught myself doing that. Now we're just going to shift. And I eventually got back into a better mood. What else happened that day? I feel like if I'm looking at that, if I can remember the events, look in the guise of 5, transformation happened within me because I stepped into my energy more. And I remember the last clip when I came back home, I was just expressing how much of a good night I had, but also I felt more dense. And dense as in I'm more filled up of my own energy, and I feel more of my energy present, and I feel heavier as far as I'm filled up with my own energy. And these are metaphors, of course. And yesterday, while I was at the skate party, I could definitely see that because I was just in my own element all night, and I wasn't worried about how I'm looking, how I'm performing, how I'm coming off. I was just, whatever came out is what came out. And I wasn't too concerned on how I'm being. I was just being. One day, I will get myself together. Yeah, I feel like each day I'm just becoming more of my own presence, but owning that and finding authority in that, if I'm using that term correctly, and just becoming more authentic. The transformation wasn't as grand as like I'm something unrecognizable, but internally I'm becoming more authentic, and I'm becoming more unapologetic for how I am and just who I am. I'm trying not to be irritated at myself, but that on this 6th day that I'm experiencing, and it'll probably be in the next clip if I don't delete those clips, I said, or I might just conjoin 5 and 6. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to conjoin 5 and 6. I'm harmonizing with discomfort. And this is part of authenticity, right? Harmonizing with discomfort. Harmonizing doesn't always look like jumping for joy, joyous, and here and that. Sometimes it's harmonizing with parts of ourselves that need to be acknowledged and stop being ignored. And I feel like the parts of myself that I ignore are those parts of myself that feels the needs to call out myself when I'm being a negative way or a way that's a nuance. So I made some other entries, and I'm gonna debate if I'm gonna upload those or if I'm just gonna keep this recording right here, because I'm at a point where I don't even want to do this no more, but I don't want to abandon this because we're almost at 9. But the way I'm feeling right now, man, man. Yeah, just harmonizing with discomfort. With 5, you're building up the skeleton of your house. So that's your house before you move anything inside of it. So just the floor and the walls. And like counters, if you're like in the kitchen, and the stuff in the toilet, just everything that goes in the house before you put your items up in there. And then 6, it's about integrating your items into the home. If we talk in terms of energy, I feel like 5 is transforming raw energy, and then 6 is implementing your own spark into that raw energy, putting your signature on that energy. And so with 4, let me go back to 4. 4, I feel like I set it up as far as really implementing my routine to make sure I am a certain way to get my day started, where that's like I can have a peace of mind knowing that I've gotten these steps in order. And then 5, now I can build on top of that routine and go outside that routine. Now I can function. And it sounds like OCD, it really does, but I promise you it's probably not. But I can function outside of my my perimeters. And that is, it's like in one of my videos I had said proper preparing. So if you're going out, you have social anxiety, doing what you need to do at home, so when you go out you can be comfortable. That's kind of what I'm talking about here, doing what I need to do at home so when I go outside I could be comfortable, but just in energy terms. And then 6 is now I'm adding my own spark signature to the energy. And in the earlier videos I compared this to, say you learn the choreography of the dance. Now you got the routine steps, but now after you learn the dance, you can add your own signature to the dance to make it yours. But with 6 today, I feel like I'm harmonizing. I mean, I can still say like I'm harmonizing, like I'm adding my own spark to this, because now I'm realizing the discomfort that I feel within myself, and I can do something with it. And I am gonna do something with it. What? I'm not sure yet. But I am gonna turn this around and do something with the energy. we will figure that out. I think I'm gonna upload this pretty early. I'm just gonna combine 5 and 6 and upload that pretty early. Yeah, I'm sorry this was underwhelming. I had more and I deleted it like a dork. Sorry, self, but yes, like a dork. Just in a short amount of words and with less vulnerability. This is my 5 and 6 day. 5 was stepping into that, to my own energy. 6 is realizing what's here. Ooh. If 5 is gonna be the skeleton of the house, 6 is seeing my inventory of what I'm putting in the house. And it looks like I need to go house shopping because I'm not really liking what I have. It's time to get rid of some stuff. It's time to put some new stuff into my house. I like that. I like how I just spun that. Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna go house shopping because I would like to put new energy into my house and let go of what I've been holding on to. So if I'm leaving from one house to another, get rid of some stuff, get rid of some furniture, get rid of some old items. Growing pains. So yeah, this is my entry for 5 and 6.